In this video, I'll be showing you how to use the Google Form. If you're a project manager, content writer, virtual assistant, the Google Form is a tool that allows you to set different kind of questions, send it to people to fill, and then receive their responses and save it. You'd be needing a Google Form for a variety of reasons, from just sending survey questions to people, to sending forms to receive their biodatas, or setting quizzes, assessments for your course, and different reasons that needs you to create a form. Your Google Form is a good go-to. It's easy to use. It can also help you to grade these responses and save the result. So do well to pay attention to get the best of the class. In creating your Google Form, the first thing you want to do is to go to your Chrome. And once you open your Chrome, you go to your search bar and type Google Forms and press go. So it's showing purple here because I've used it before, so you can just click this. Now here it is. It says try forms for work, go to forms, so I'll just click go to forms. Now here's your Google Form, guys. Very easy to access and very easy to use. So here it shows untitled forms, and underneath you see questions, responses, and settings. So questions, this is where you set your questions, and the responses is where you check when you've sent out the questions. So everyone that fills the Google Form, you get to find their responses right here. So this is your setting where you can actually change the setting of your Google Form. If you want it to be a quiz question, you can assign points values, set answers, and automatically provide feedback, meaning you can actually set your quiz, and once people are done taking those quizzes, they see their score, they see their grade immediately. So you can also manage how the responses are collected, presentation, manage how the form and responses are presented, and just form this default question defaults. So this is basically your settings, so you can explore to see what you want and try out different things. These question settings, for example, settings apply to all new questions. So make questions required by default. So do you want to make sure that whatever question you're setting, it is important that they fill that questions? If not, they won't be able to submit their response. So if you want all of the questions to be seen as important or necessary, then you can just turn on your default questions. Well, we don't need that here, so it's fine. So that's all for the settings. So now your responses. So once people start sending in their responses, you get to see them here. So now let's go to the questions itself. So the first thing I want to do here is to edit this. What do we call it? Okay, YD questions. Good. Okay, I didn't clear that. Okay, so now I've changed it. So description for the form, answer these questions to get your YD certification. So we can edit from here, and know that if you're using, so we can underline. So basically it can do a lot of editing depending on what you want, or I think this is okay for this site. So it's edited there too. So the name of our form is, did I call it formed questions? YD. Autocorrect. Oh wow. So this is the title. So now let's set the question. So question 1, what is your name? So once you set the question, you can also edit the question if you want, but then you can then decide what kind of question you want it to be. So do you want it to be a multiple choice question, a checkbox question, drop down question, paragraph where they can actually give a full paragraph? So we need just their name, so it should be a short answer question, right? So right here they will be able to say their name. So do I want this question to be necessary, compulsory? If I do, then I can just turn on required. So we want it to be compulsory because we're asking for their name. So to then get the next question, to add your question number 2, you click this plus sign that appears here. Good. So question number 2. Okay, let's say gender. So since this is gender, we're going to make it, we can make it a checkbox question. So option 1 is male. So to add another option, click that. Female. You see it automatically added because it knows that that's the next thing to do after male. So others, we can just cancel that and leave only male and female. So should this be required? Yes, we want to know their gender. So good. So then the third question could be write a short bio about yourself. So okay, so Google naturally, because it's an AI platform, it's using more of an AI platform. So when you ask a question, it guesses the kind of question it is and then it helps you with the suggestion. So write a short bio about yourself. So you can see that immediately we set the question, it changed the default to paragraph. But if you don't want it to be paragraph, you can still just click on the arrow button and you change it. But we need it to as paragraph. That's what we need. So it says long answer. So this is where they will put in their answer. So should it also be required? Yes, it should be required. And when you click a question to be required, you see this red star appearing it. So the fourth question, again, we click the plus sign. What should be the fourth question? How many courses have you taken so far on the YD platform? Question mark. Alright, so let's put multiple options here. Yeah, multiple choice. So option 1. Okay, let's start with 0. Add option 2. Add option 3. Add option 2 is second guessing, but if you want to also change it, I can just say, okay, let's make it 5. So add another option and make it 10. Then final, we can add others. So others. So we have how many questions you want? How many options? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that's a bit much, but we're just practicing. So let's also make this required. So what's the next question we should ask? What is your field of specialization? Or we could just say, what is your niche? But this is okay. So do we make this multiple choice? No, let's make this short answer. Okay, I think I should make a question with a drop box. So Dropbox is still okay. Project management. Just that with the Dropbox, would have to put options. And what if the person's area of specialization is not here? Wow, we made mistake on specialization. You guys could not tell me. Specialization. Thank you. So CRM, customer relationship manager, VA, virtual assistant, adoption, content writer, video editor. Okay, that's all. Let's just add others. So let's also make this required. Good. So how many questions do we have so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's good enough. So now, do you want to also edit the questions? If you want to edit the questions, feel free to play around it. You can make it bold if you so choose. You can even add a picture to your question. But right now I don't think you need that complicated something, but if you want to, you could include a picture. So you just come here and then you browse and upload whichever question you want. Maybe you want them to look at a particular diagram and then say something from that diagram, answer a question based on that diagram. Then you can add a picture by just clicking here. So we don't need that feature right now. So you could also edit the page in itself. You could change the color, you could add a picture to it. Okay guys, welcome back. So I'm so sorry for that interruption. So something came up and I had not saved the work, so I just had to quickly redo it. So I did question 1 to 3 and we'll just continue. The point is you already know what to do. So now I believe I stopped at where I was about to show you guys how to change the color. So to change the color of the font, click this color plate icon here up and then you see it. So currently it's on purple, or you can change it to blue. So blue is also one of the colors for YD, so let's use blue. So you could also change the fonts. So this is the font for the header. We can change it to Oxford and size, okay, 24 is okay. Then the text for the font for the questions, let's use Roboto Mono. Okay, let's leave it as 11. Then the text for the answers, let's use Nunito. 11 is okay. So for the header, we can also choose an image. So to do that, just click here and it takes you here. So they have a template for you already that you can pick from, but if you want to upload yourself, you can just click upload or go to your photos. But I'll just pick this color since we're already using blue. So insert, once you click it, you click insert. So I think, yeah, I was just about to say that. So we can change the color to match the color from the image, and they already gave us options. So we'll just go with what they gave us, but let's choose the darker one. Good. So when you're done, you want to make sure you click on this apply. There's the theme just above. You have theme, you have cancel, you have apply. So make sure to click apply. Good. Wow, isn't our form just beautiful? It is, isn't it? Okay, so you can see that the fonts have changed. You can see the fonts too has changed. So basically this is how to create your Google form. So we're just going to go ahead to send. So enter names or email addresses. So I'm sending it to myself to fill. Could also send it to my other email to fill. Who else should I send to? So I think that's all. That's good enough for the test run. So I want to add an editor here because I didn't use UDiscovery's email account to create this mail. So I'm just going to add UDiscovery as an editor. So ask udiscovery@gmail.com. Why is it not good? Just brought it out. That was network. So in case it takes time in bringing out the mail, just wait a minute, wait a few seconds, and it will come out. So that's it. So you can add a message if you want or not. Please come collaborate with me on scoring this form. Thank you. So send. Good. So access has been updated as it shows you. So right now we're going to go ahead to send our forms to the individuals. So we're going to go ahead to just click our send button. Good. So now let's go to the mail to check. Just wait for network. So you can see Miss Evie Mokarish has invited you to come edit this form. You can see the message I added. Please come collaborate with me on scoring this form. So in case you want to share your form with someone to come edit with you, this is how you do it. So if I click here, I can just click open and I'll be able to access the form. You Discover will be able to access the form by simply clicking open and then editing the form as she chooses. So I'm going to go to Evie Bucola's account. So this is it. So you click here to come fill the form. So of course you could also share the form via link. So let's fill the form. So if you have multiple accounts and you want to switch the accounts that responds, just click that switch account. So now we're going to click. I want to fill the form with Evie Bucola's account. Good. So what is your name? Evie Bucola. Gender, I'm a female. So if I try to submit the form without filling a question that shows required, remember star indicates required question. It's not going to let me submit it. You see, I couldn't submit even though I clicked submit. You have to answer a required question. So write a short story about yourself. I am the host at You Discovery. So now I've submitted the form. Your response has been recorded. So submit another response. So when you go to your settings, if you don't want someone to be able to submit more than one responses, you can also set it there on your settings where you saw that response settings. So you'll be able to make it so that the person is unable to submit more than one response. So now we're just going to go back to the Google form to see the response. So here are the responses. Just one response has been sent. So if you have multiple responses, you would also find all of them here. So this is the end of the class, guys. You can see the response has been sent. So do well to create your form and let me know how it went. Bye.